Caring for a child in the foster care system can be a complicated and emotional experience. Differences in race and culture within that relationship can make it an even more challenging endeavor. But local child welfare nonprofit Lutheran Child and Family Services says new analysis shows taking an anti-racist approach to foster care can help improve outcomes for Black and Latino children. Joining us with more is Beverly Jones, Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Lutheran Child and Family Services. Thank you so much for joining us, Beverly. Can you first explain to us a little bit about what your organization does?
We're an agency that has been around for over 140 years, starting out as an orphanage. We're a nonprofit who basically provides services to children and families through a number of programs, the largest being foster care.
Okay. And so we've learned 54% of roughly 21,000 children in Illinois foster care are Black or Latino. Of course, presumably your organization was already accustomed to working with children and families of color, but what made you realize that you needed to change your approach?
Data is powerful, and when we looked at the percentage of children of color who were achieving what we call permanency or leaving foster care to either go back with their parents or be adopted, we saw data that was embarrassing and unacceptable. When we began this journey, it was 4% of children of color were leaving foster care to go to a loving forever family.
And I think we're gonna get to the change from 4%, what the improvement was. But how did you put that change of approach into practice? What steps did you all take?
We did some what I call foundational work. We started with looking at what does it mean to be an anti-racist organization? What does that look like? What commitment do we want to make to the public as well as, and more directly to the children and families we serve? So we now have an organizational statement around this. We all participated in a anti-racism training.
Anti-racism training.
Yeah, training together, which really gave us a common framework and concepts and language to think about and talk about. We had workshops and all staff meetings devoted to this subject about biases and implicit biases, and what does that look like, and how does it show up in our work day to day. Those are a few things we did. And then we set a goal that we wanted to tackle the disparity around children achieving permanency and how long it took for them to leave foster care and go with a loving forever family.
Yeah, let's get to some of those results because some of them are positive. So for both Black and Latino youth, you're showing an increase in achieving permanency and a reduction in the amount of time spent in foster care. Now, that drop in time and care for Latino youth was especially large. What do you think accounts for that?
We're still exploring that and looking at that. So this is what staff have shared with us. One is listening better to families. We have bilingual staff to serve Spanish-speaking children and families. Looking at both parents, if children are only living with one, also engaging the other parent and that side of the family as resources for this child. And I think just paying attention to how we talk to people, the language we use to describe their circumstances as well as themselves, all have contributed to our success.
Why is it important that children spend less time in a foster care setting versus in a permanent home?
Foster care, when it was first created or established in this country, always says this is a temporary arrangement. And what we know about child development and success in life is that you need a lifetime support line, regardless of how old you are. And that foster care is meant as temporary. Where do I belong? Where can I go when I'm in trouble or sad, or even when I'm celebrating something? There's nothing like the joy of family. And for many of our children, they were missing that.
And in the few seconds that we've got left, Beverly, what advice do you have for other organizations that need to tackle a similar issue?
I think you have to start somewhere, move past the words to action. There is no, blueprint for you to follow. We share what we're doing as a way of saying, here are some ideas, but the importance is action and moving past words. Children deserve more than what we're providing at the moment, and we should all be outraged by that and determined to tackle this issue.
Okay. Beverly Jones, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.